Hi, this is Aaron Wilson, Ravens beat writer for the Carroll County Times, and this is our first training camp report, first of many as we cover training camp. As the Baltimore Ravens launch training camp today, the centers of attention are Kyle Boller, Joe Flacco, and Troy Smith, as everyone wants to see who's going to win the quarterback job. The early leader seems to be Troy Smith based on the snaps he received during the offseason mini camps, but Kyle Boller has the advantage of 42 career starts, although he's been inconsistent as a starter, and everyone wants to find out about Joe Flacco, the first-round draft pick from Delaware with the towering height and the powerful arm strength. At this point, it seems pretty wide open. I know that Coach John Harbaugh is open to the idea of playing a rookie, but there are going to be some reservations about throwing him in there immediately, and it'll depend on how quickly Joe Flacco can learn the playbook and adjust to the speed of the NFL. In the John Harbaugh era that's launching now, you're going to find that it's going to be a much tougher training camp. You can't judge that by today. It's obviously kind of an orientation period for the rookies and quarterbacks, but in general, this is going to be a hard-hitting camp with several two-a-day sessions. The first day off for the players is August 8th after their opening preseason game in New England, and it's going to be a long haul for these guys. 25 days of practice, and of course a lot of new rules, bed checks. Veterans are required from now on to stay at the team hotel during training camp. Under Brian Billick, it was a little looser policy. Veterans are allowed to go home if they so chose to not spend the night here in Westminster. Everyone's bunking in at the Best Western, and it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed camp, much like the camps of Philadelphia Eagles coach Andy Reid, who was John Harbaugh's mentor for the past decade. For the Ravens, it's about a lot more than football. The business side of the game does intersect with what's going on behind us on the field here, and one thing that is happening is Terrell Suggs is contemplating skipping the entire training camp. Now, he's not technically a holdout. He's an unsigned franchise player, and he's due $8.47 million. He has yet to sign his tender, so he's an unsigned player, and he has the right to skip camp without any financial penalties, and he may opt to do so. If he's not here, expect to see a lot of Antoine Barnes in his place. Antoine's a promising second-year linebacker, but he's not Terrell Suggs, who's a two-time Pro Bowl pass rusher. And I think you're going to see that it's going to be something that's going to be a little bit of a contentious issue as he misses more and more time and his teammates are here sweating it out. But we'll see. It's obviously something that the Ravens can't, it's sort of out of their control based on what he wants to do and what his agent chooses to do. On a more positive note, they did get all of their rookies signed on time. No holdouts. As expected, Joe Flacco officially signed his 5-year, $30 million contract, included $8.75 million in guaranteed money, and Ray Rice signed a 4-year deal, and all the other picks agreed to 3-year contracts. So to have them all in the fold is a positive development for the Ravens, and they're excited about that as they get training camp kicked off here in Westminster. For the Carroll County Times in Westminster, this is Aaron Wilson signing off with another Baltimore Ravens training camp report.